Hi y'all, welcome back to Handmade. I'm Jill. Stock tank pools have been trending and it's easy to see why. We've all been home more than ever and this is a much more affordable way to get that backyard pool that we all want. So today, I'm gonna show you how I built this stock tank pool and share with you all the tips that I learned along the way. Let's get into it.
If you're wondering, what is a stock tank? It's a large water tank used to provide drinking water for cattle or horses. You can buy one at your local farm store. This one measures 8 feet in diameter.
So today is the big day, the day I have been most worried about. Today we are going to build the raised bed to essentially level out an area for the pool to go on. So first step is going to be to kind of dig a trench to start building up our uneven side, and we'll go from there.
If you happen to have a flat yard, you can skip this step.
This is the not so fun part. I just keep reassuring myself that very soon I will be able to swim in the pool and enjoy it and forget about all this hard manual labor. Our very first step is we are going to use paint thinner and we're just going to give it a quick wipe down to kind of knock off any dirt and some of the extra shine. We are going to use some sanding blocks. It's a fine to medium grit and we're just going to lightly go over this. We're going to knock off a lot of that shine from the metal, and that is to help make our primer and our paint stick a lot better. And now, to get off all that sanding dust and the gray that is accumulated, we're just gonna knock it down with some plain white vinegar and just clean that up a little bit. We wanna get all that off before painting. So we're gonna let this continue to dry, but we're gonna go ahead and use painter's tape and just some cheap craft paper. We don't want this lip to be silver. We want it to be painted the same as the outside of our pool. So we're gonna tape off the inside so that we don't have any overflow spray paint. Okay, so the inside of our pool is protected from our spray paint, and now we're gonna go grab our primer and start on the outside. We need several coats of primer, so I'm just gonna go to town on the outside, as many coats as it takes. Too short. I've always wanted to be 5'8". We let the pool completely dry overnight, and now we're ready to start taping off to paint our stripes. So we just took a standard 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, taped it together, and it actually fits perfectly. Sarah's gonna make little tick marks on the top and the bottom where we need to tape off for our stripes. This is just a really simple way to not have to do a ton of math, and it's gonna end up perfect. I'm gonna go along, tape off the lip. We decided that we wanna keep it white just for ease of not having to use a roller to paint over the edge. Hopefully that part gets covered up with primer. We're gonna leave this one white, so we know not to paint over it when we're doing our green. We're just gonna put a little section in there. This is one of the only ways I have found to make perfect stripes every time. You know, usually you peel off your tape and your paint has bled. We're gonna go back with another coat of primer over the tape, and that's gonna help seal our edges before we paint on our green stripes. So we're gonna let this dry for about an hour, and then we're gonna come back in and we're finally gonna add our green stripes. So we each have a roller and our paint tray, and let's go for it, see how it looks. All right, that went super fast. Our first coat is done and it is already pretty much dry to the touch. So I think we're gonna go ahead and add our second coat, and I love the color. And we are ready for our big reveal. We're gonna take our tape off and see how it looks. Fingers crossed we have straight, even lines.
Okay, so now we're ready to drill our holes. One is gonna be for the outlet and one is for the inlet. You wanna put the outlet hole between the two ribs, right in this middle level, and you wanna put your inlet down at the bottom. So the kit that we bought only came with one of these. We went ahead and bought a second one, and we're just gonna use them both for the inlet and the outlet. We're gonna put this part on the inside. We're gonna put some caulk on this one to go on the outside and twist it together really tightly. Once we get it over to our place, then we'll hook up the hoses and the other pieces.
So we are going to measure out exactly where we're gonna put our pool in the center of this raised bed that we built. I am at 146. So our halfway point of that is 73. Perfect, okay. I am at 146, 73 and 73. So now we're just gonna tie some string around. Our pool is 8 feet across, and we're gonna use half of that to figure out our circle. We have our 4-foot length of string. Sarah's gonna hold the middle. All I'm gonna do is make a circle. Now we're just gonna lay a thin layer of sand. Let's check and see if we are level. I think we're pretty good. While Sarah's in the back hooking up the filter, I'm gonna climb inside the pool and I'm gonna use my little vacuum to get out any of the shaved metal particles and just any other dirt and grass that have accumulated. I'm also gonna wipe down the inside with just a little bit of white vinegar to get it clean before we start filling it with our water. Before we fill up the pool with a large amount of water, we're gonna check for leaks. No leaks on this side. Man, we are watertight.
The pool is ready, so now we're finishing the raised bed with some small gravel. And of course, we have to make it pretty.
Well, I think this turned out super cute and I can't wait to swim with my daughter all summer long. Let me know in the comments below if this is a project that you would try. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Handmade, and we'll see you next time. Bye.